Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope everyone's doing good today. What happens if I do it like this? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, yeah, I was wondering what that was. I was wondering if my volume was working, and it was. But, how you guys doing? Let's do another day of this. Here we go. We're in Proverbs, day 31. And, yeah, we're kind of trudging along. Trudging. If I say trudging, it kind of means we're just suffering through this and kind of shuffling our feet. But I think we're plowing along because as we are going, we are growing gardens and fields of wisdom. How's that for you? Good morning. I'm a little tired, but you know what? We live life, we grind, and we just keep on going. Looking to wisdom, looking to God, trying our best to do what we can for this world. In this crazy world that we live in. There we go. Day 31, Proverbs 9, 1 through 12 in the ESV. Wisdom has built her house. She has hewn her 7 pillars. She has slaughtered her beasts. She has mixed her wine. She has also set her table. She has sent out her young women to call. From the highest places in the town, whoever is simple, let him turn in here. To him who lacks sense, she says, come, eat of my bread and drink of the wine I have mixed. Leave your simple ways and live and walk in the way of insight. Whoever corrects a scoffer gets himself abuse, and he who reproves a wicked man incurs injury. Do not reprove a scoffer, or he will hate you. Reprove a wise man, and he will love you. Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be still wiser. Teach a righteous man, and he will increase in learning. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the Holy One is insight. For by me your days will be numbered, multiplied, and years will be added to your life. If you are wise for yourself. If you scoff, you bear it alone. That's a good one. Solomon knows what he's talking about. There is a... Let me go ahead. Let's look at scoffer real quick. What is a scoffer? Now, scoffer, person who mocks, jeers, or derides others with contempt. They are often characterized by a rejection of the truth and wisdom, an attitude of arrogance, and a tendency to make fun of others' beliefs or actions. This is interesting. Last night, I was kind of tired, and so was my wife, and there's a little grace involved, and so she said something to me. And I was not having it. Because when you are tired, was I hungry too? I may have been hungry. We end up saying stuff that we're not. You don't need to say it. And so I raised my voice to her a little bit. I'm not a yelling man, but I was a tired man. So I had to go to her and just say, I apologize for raising my voice. Right? So, and the reason why she said what she said was she was worried I was going to do something that she was already thinking about and everything like that. And so when I was already listening to her, I should have acknowledged her. But I won't go into any specifics. It was a stupid thing. But I did apologize because I don't know, it was my pride, but why would I want to go out and say something negative and raise my voice to my wife? That's not wise. So I apologized. I think being a man of peace is more important than being a man that is right. And actually, I wasn't right because she had a certain idea, and I didn't know what was going on. And so to raise my voice was my bad. So gotta own it, men of wisdom. Don't be a scoffer. So let me see this. I'm gonna go ahead and do the thing. I like I'm gonna put this all the she's. She's kind of like like purple. She, say that. She is all about her. It's all about wisdom. And what is she has what does the verses say about she? She. Look at this. And I'm gonna go ahead and do her because it's always referring to wisdom here. Her, 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 her. So this whole first section is all about her. And let's see. From the highest places in the town, which is interesting. I like this idea. Okay, anyways, let's move here. Wisdom has built her house, has hewn her 7 pillars. What is the 7 pillars? Proverbs 9 verse 1. What is that 7 pillars? Proverbs 9 verse 1. 9:1. What is 7 pillars? What does that mean? Pure. Oh, wow. Okay. Purity, peaceableness, gentleness, reasonableness, full of mercy and good fruits, impartiality and sincerity. What the heck? That's the 7 pillars of wisdom. Oh, okay. She has a 7. Oh my gosh. Has slaughtered beast. I I think she's making a banquet here. Mix her wine, set her table, sent out her young women. Look at this, young women. I feel like I want to call it servants, her daughters, to call from the highest places. Oh, here it is. And she calls out. This is what she's doing. She's calling out. She's preparing. Okay, wow. Verse 1 through 5 is pretty crazy. So we have this woman who is building a banquet, and she is a woman of. I want to write this down at the 7 pillars. Copy. I'm gonna actually right there. So this is good to know. The 7 pillars of wisdom are purity, peaceableness, gentleness, reasonableness, full of mercy and good fruits, impartiality. Actually, I don't know what that is. What is impartiality? It's like no favorites or something, right? Equal treatment. Oh yeah. I'm right. Equal treatment of all. Okay, equal treatment of all. And so she has no, anyone can come, go to her table, and actually I'm gonna make this in the yellow. Whoop. Whoever is simple, let him come turn. Which is interesting. Whoever is simple, whoever lacks sense, whoever is having a hard time, whoever is being taken advantage of, or that's come to me, because she says, leave your simple ways and live and walk in the ways of insight. She's calling you, brothers. She's calling you. Yeah. I'm going to write that down. Insight. Insight. Capacity to gain accurate and deep intuitive understanding of a person or everything. Be intuitive. Be wise. To know how to act in a certain way. Whoever corrects a scoffer gets abuse, and whoever reproves a wicked man incurs injury. This is interesting. The scoffer. I'm going to say the scoffer and the wicked man are kind of like under the same vein. And it's this idea of correction. I feel like I need an extra color. Let's go over here, light yellow. Correction and reproof. This, I can't see it on the screen, so I'll make it a little. This idea of correction. Let's do this. Correction and reproof. This is interesting because what you need to understand is all your life you are going to be corrected, and someone is going to say something that you did wrong, starting from the earliest time when you're learning how to communicate. The first word, women, the first word a human should know and learn how to say is no, right? And the reason why, there's a couple things, and I think it's the most amazing word to learn first, other than yes, is you are setting your boundaries by saying no, right? And I feel that once you understand that, and once you are able to use it in a way effectively, people will understand where your personal boundaries are. No. It could go a long way. So when, and yes, and so that means that you will come in contact with people who will correct your boundaries and stuff like that. So no and yes is the other one too, is a word of affirmation. So you have to learn these things as you go along, and the next step is being able to handle correction. And my son right now, he's 5 years old and stuff like that. He has deep understanding, and then I'll say insight. And there's a saying about the youngest child and stuff like that. I'm not saying it's every child and stuff like that. They look at their elder siblings and they get knowledge from them, how they are treated and how they are corrected, and how they get in trouble and get praised and all that kind of stuff shows my little 5-year-old how to act. But being 5 years old, he has a hard time of getting correction. And so when I tell him that he has done something wrong, it hurts him deeply, right? Because he knows, because he's trying to understand all that and stuff like that. Because he doesn't want what happens to his older siblings happen to him. But it's not like they're living in a life where their kids are getting whooped or anything like that. It's just he knows what's wrong and what's right based on how we raise our other children. And so we're raising our youngest in kind of the same way. And so he is actually responsible for the things that he is responsible for, right? Typically pick up after yourself, be nice to your brother and sisters, listen to mother and father, those kind of typical things. And what happens is, if you are a scoffer or a wicked man, these people will hate you. And the advice is here: do not reprove these people who are wicked and who are scoffing. because they will hate you and they will but reprove a wise man. And this is where I want my son to get to. I want my son to get to a point where he will get correction. And yes, it'll hurt knowing that he did something wrong, but at the end of the day, he loves you because he knows you're being taught. Now, in the situation with my wife, I was reproving myself. I was reproving myself because I go, oh, wow, you know what? The 5 pillars of wisdom is purity, peaceableness, gentleness, reasonableness, full of mercy, and good fruits. Pardon, partiality, and sincerity. I was invoking in peaceableness and reasonableness. Let's be reasonable. We're both tired. She had a specific reason why she was talking to me the way she was. And there's no reason why I should have raised my voice. Now that I think about it more, I so if I'm reproving myself, am I loving myself? Yes, actually, because you are containing your boundaries. So if you love yourself, you'll correct yourself. So give instructions. These are good sayings. Give instructions to a wise man, and he'll still be wiser. Teach a righteous man, and he will increase in learning. And that's what things with if you're a wise person and you receive instruction and you get called out and people tell you, what am I doing? Like the scoffer and the wicked man, they'll be like, they don't know what they're talking about. What the heck, dude? I know better. And that's the arrogance of a scoffer and a wise man. Like they think they're right. But the reality is that they're not being introspective about what they're doing. What you're doing is wrong. What you're doing is not creating peace. It's not reasonable. Like if you go to this, not being gentle. I wasn't being gentle. Why wouldn't I be gentle? I went up to her and apologized and kissed her. That's what I did. Being gentle with her, full of mercy. I was full of mercy. I was sincere. I didn't like raising my voice. And I think I have to practice that more when I do raise my voice, because I think like, oh, you're being stupid. Like in my mind, I'm saying you're being stupid. But if I try to understand what she's going through and how she's thinking, then I could go ahead and with sincerity say, hey, you know what? I'm sorry. Or I could kind of say, hey, how can I help out? And all that kind of stuff. Fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. I'll put green. I think the yellow and the green are kind of like, yellow and the green is kind of the positive things. I'll put a green there. And the knowledge of the Lord, the knowledge of the Holy One is insight. So if I know that there's a God up there who is, God up there who is kind of watching out for me and kind of helping me out and stuff like that, and I have knowledge of him, yeah, it's going to give me some insight. Go ahead and help me, like I am not by myself and all that. For my days will be multiplied and your years will be added to you. If you are wise, you are wise for yourself. If you're wise, you are wise for yourself. If you scoff, you bear it alone. You scoffers. Don't be a scoffer. Do not be a scoffer. Anyways, that's pretty much it. Love your wife. Be wise. Be okay with getting correction and people calling you out and getting reproof, because that just makes you better. Because you'll know how to interact in the world better once you understand how other people feel. And when they call you out, you'll be like, oh, I was in the wrong. So I could go back to these character traits down here. Am I being pure? Am I creating peace? Am I being gentle? Am I being reasonable, full of mercy with good fruits? Am I being impartial? Am I doing this with all sincerity? No, that's the way it goes. So, hope you got something out of this. Thank you for joining me and tune in. Hang in there, brothers. Keep on fighting on the good fight. I'll see you guys next time.